Sweeney's obviously Bromley on Saturday. Just first off, after obviously two fixtures quite close together in York and Kidderminster, how was everyone looking for this one?
Yeah, looking fine. It was a late return, I suppose Wednesday morning, so we got them in yesterday. A little bit of a lighter session with the workload that they've had in the two games in the week, and obviously this one coming up on Saturday. So yeah, fingers crossed that everyone's come through okay and they're fit and ready to go Saturday.
Yeah, 3 unbeaten, obviously including the Ebbsfleet game. So the lads do seem to be building on their mentality and their confidence, don't they?
Hopefully, yeah. I don't think it's a secret in saying we'd like to be a couple of points better off than in them 3 games, possibly 4 if we're being greedy. But yeah, listen, we were in a difficult period. Results weren't going for us. Performances weren't where the manager wanted, or where the staff or the players wanted, and especially the fan base. But yeah, we've sort of come through that a little bit now. But it's now a case of we need to find a consistent level of performance, which will then positively impact the results. So we'll see Saturday.
Yeah, and it's a huge positive that we have had a sort of set team over the last week or two, especially with our luck with injuries this season.
Yeah, I think if you're going to be successful most teams that are successful have a steady core group of players that play most of the games. We've fluctuated a little bit. Hopefully that's behind us now. Fingers crossed, touch wood, whatever look we want to get. But yeah, that's going to be important. If we can get in a rhythm where the players understand the roles, get to know each other, find a way of playing that's successful for us, that'll stand us in good stead.
Yeah, our midfield's looked much stronger over recent weeks. One player in particular, Tom Crawford, making his 100th appearance on Tuesday. Just a word on him. Yeah,
Crofts has impacted the game positively in terms of his output in goals and assistance. So that's something that's been demanded of him, really. He's found himself in and out the team over the course of him being here, really. So yeah, he's found a run of games. It's now down to him to continue to perform, round off some of the edges we're trying to work on in terms of the out of possession stuff. But like I say, in possession he's managing to impact the game positively. So long may that continue.
Yeah, an experienced side in Bromley, obviously coming in the Suit Direct on Saturday. How have you seen them? Is that a challenge for the lads to relish this weekend?
Yeah, it's a big challenge. Yeah, that they'll be in the mix for getting out of the division come the end of the season. They're a difficult team to play against. They've started off the season really well. Obviously had a blip midweek in terms of the result and how it went. But yeah, I'm under no illusions that this will be a real difficult game, and the lads are going to have to be the best to get the result that we want.
Yeah, and is this an alright time to play them? You mentioned there a slight blip, against Aldershot on Tuesday, losing that one. So is this a nice time to play them when it might not possibly be quite at their best?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it depends how they react from that. Some teams will react positively, and we say it was a blip. They were 2-0 up inside 4 or 5 minutes, which suggests that they started off the game really, really well. Yes, they lost the game in the end to a real late goal, and we were down to 10 men at the time. But we played Aldershot recently. Aldershot are a good side as well, so there's no real shame in terms of losing that game. I listened to Andy Woodman's assessment of the game, and he was pretty disappointed with just how the manner of it happened. So yeah, I get that. We've been like that this season as well. So he'll be firing his team up. He'll be making sure that doesn't happen again, and we might be the team that he wants to rectify it against. We've got to stand up to that. We've got to stamp our authority on the game, and we've got to, I suppose, play in a way that engages the fan base and engages everyone that'll help us get the result that we want.
Yeah, how important is that when teams are travelling to the Suit Direct? We saw a lot at the start of the season, making it an intimidating place to come to.
Yeah, it's important to us, but there's the numbers are there. The numbers will get better with the better performances we put out there. So it's down to us. If we want an atmosphere, or the players want an atmosphere to play in, like the York game where we travelled in the numbers, they've got to put on performance that people want to come and see, people want to get engaged in, and people want to enjoy. So that's on us to do that. if at times when things aren't going 100% our way, that the fan base can help us a little bit, we'll gladly accept that. But we're under no illusions that it's our responsibility. It's an entertainment for them to come. Although it's our job, they pay the money to come and see, and they want to be entertained. So that's our responsibility.
Yeah, and just injury news. Obviously, we know we've got 3 or 4 long-term lads. I think the 2 shorter ones are Matty Dolan and Charlie Siemens. So is there anything on them too? Yeah,
they've been integrated back into the grass-based sessions. Not always completing the full session. That's prescribed. That's not them dropping out. That's down to us managing the load and making sure that we do everything that we possibly can to make sure when they do return fully to training and playing, that they don't break down again. So yeah, they're back with the group. Whether or not Saturday comes a little bit too soon, that'll be decided by the manager after the training session today. But yeah, it's nice to have more numbers and more options. It becomes a little bit more difficult for the manager to pick his squad. Tuesday night being an example where Kieran Burton comes on against York, does really, really well, but finds himself out the squad. That's the harsh reality of National League, where you're only allowed 5 subs. You're limited to your options. So the more options we can get, the better it is for the football club.
Yeah, and it's coming at a good time as well. The likes of Cookie and Kieran Walls back in the group, just before such a hectic sort of Christmas period. Yeah,
2 important players, 2 experienced players as well. 2 players that we're gonna need from this point to the end of the season. Different type of players. Cookie's the one that can open up teams. I think we've seen our chance creation and our goal output or potential goal output go up since he's come into the team. Kieran was more defensive, does a lot of the dirty work that people might not see, might go unnoticed a little bit. So yeah, 2 important players for us.